The state government has announced a new $80 million railway station. Project is more than $300 million over budget.
It's blown out from $160 million to nearly $500 million. Our politicians are getting fat new pay rises.
This pay rise comes at the worst possible time.
It's probably underrated how many people out there are sick and have addictions.
The population's growing, but the amount of beds have been about the same, haven't they?
I couldn't get into a hospital in Western Australia. I had to go to Brisbane earlier on in the year.
I know quite a bit about mental illness because my youngest brother Pip, he committed suicide after a long battle with bipolar disorder, and the bipolar disorder had actually changed into schizophrenia, but he had a very severe form of that illness. My parents tried to care for him. The main reason for that was because there were not enough care facilities. There were times when he got ill and there was just nowhere for us to take him. Another area where funding could be used very well is to get more quality psychiatrists. My brother died after a few months' stay in Greylands, and he had a doctor who was from another country. This psychiatrist's command of English was very poor, and we really don't know how Pip was able to communicate with him properly, and he failed in a number of respects to look after Pip. He took Pip off his antidepressants, which the coroner at the inquest later on found was highly inappropriate and not the right treatment at all, given what the nurse's observations had said. He also allowed my brother out for a walk one day, and that was the day my brother committed suicide. My brother was in no condition. This particular doctor made a number of serious errors. If they could train doctors properly, psychiatrists properly, give them the money that they deserve for what is an extremely challenging job, then that kind of thing wouldn't happen again.
There does need to be a lot more money invested in programs for people with illnesses, and people need to realise that these are illnesses and not just something which can be sort of pushed under the rug and you can handle it and deal with it. They are issues which need to be addressed, because otherwise society is just going to go downhill. So.
We need healthy food, we need to be exercising, we need actual psychologists to be running therapy groups.
There's no gym, there's no art room, there's no outlet.
Here I think a gym or something where the patients can do physical activity would be good. I guess people get a bit cabin fever, locked in the room. I mean, it's good doing the therapy classes and that, but some people need to just get out.
A gym would be very beneficial down here. It'd be lovely here. In the gym, the boys would get out all their frustration, their anger. If they have any, a punching bag would be helpful. And if they have, arguments and all that, they can separate and go away.
I suppose build more facilities, which would be a number one start, because there is only limited facilities in Perth. And then also, I think more training and more funding is required towards the actual side of being able to put people through courses which enable them to become a nurse or a qualified psych. I think that'd be a good place to start. I mean, it wouldn't be the be-all and end-all, but it'd be a good place to start.
Desperately need beds and desperately need good quality psychiatrists, desperately need the right accommodation for people so that they are properly cared for.
I think the system needs a lot more help to help us